Okay, so just for kind of like a roadmap of what today's class is going to look like. Um, so first we'll be practicing kind of like a different variation of full yogic breathing. And essentially we're just aiming to try to like maximize our lung capacity and increase the amount of air that we're able to bring in. And then after that, we'll transition into longer counts of other techniques. So what we're going to be practicing is we're going to be practicing full yogic breathing, but with kind of like a little twist. So same guidelines as normal. You're going to sit in any position that's comfortable and make sure that your spine is straight. And we're breathing in and out through our nose. Simple full yogic breathing. We're breathing into the bottom third of our lungs, the belly area, and then breathing into the middle part of our lungs, and then the top part of our lungs. Now, once we've inhaled everything, we won't be doing a count. We'll just be doing natural. So you'll take in a natural full yogic breath in. Then once you get to the top, when you feel like you've gone to the top, you're going to take in a little more air and stretch it more. So some of you might have practiced this technique in a previous class, but that's essentially what we're doing. And then on the exhale, once you get to the exhale, this is all your own count, and you feel like you've exhaled everything out, you're going to exhale a little bit more. So essentially, instead of going from 0 to 100% and 100% to 0, you're going from all the way to 105% down to -5%, So again, on the inhale, once you feel like you've inhaled everything completely, you're inhaling a little more. And then on the exhale, you're exhaling a little more once you get to the bottom. We will be doing this at your own count. So we'll be practicing this for about 3 minutes. So you breathe in and out at whatever pace feels comfortable for you. And essentially, what we're doing here is we're really focusing on really breathing in to fill parts of our lungs and stretch them so that we're able to breathe in more and our lung capacity increases more. And then you'll kind of notice maybe in the next techniques that we practice if you feel like you're able to breathe in for longer or breathe in more. So we want to make sure that everything else is totally relaxed besides our breathing muscles. So go ahead and start now. You can make sure your spine is straight and you can close your eyes. And you're going to begin now. And you can finish up on your last breath. When you've finished your last breath, you can just take a couple of moments and really focus on your lungs. Notice your breathing. Notice how much of your lungs you're breathing into and how much you're exhaling out just naturally. Notice your awareness of your lungs. If you notice where the breath is going into, just naturally. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, how do we all feel? How is this technique for you guys? You can, oh yeah, go ahead. You can unmute. Larry, you're muted. Larry, you're muted. You can, the unmute symbol is on the bottom left.
It was very relaxing to me.
That's great.
How about you?
Oh.
I felt tingling all down my left side.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that with any other techniques or?
No, just now, just lots of tingling down my neck.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
Oh yeah, Larry, were you going to say something? You were muted.
About to suspend, am I doing it right? Is there a second where when we breathe in, do we hold it for a second before we add more air? And in the bottom, when we take our breath away in our stomach, is there a second where we do a suspend before we push even more air out?
It's
Am I
kind of
doing it
like
correct?
it's not like a full second, it's more of like a millisecond
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's kind of like a millisecond. It should kind of be more continuous, but if you're trying to really focus on breathing in a little bit more to your full
Hmm.
lungs, then you need that millisecond of a hold.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm doing okay. Okay.
I noticed that it actually hurt my chest when I tried to like do that second inhale.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. So essentially, what's going on there is we're really, really stretching our lungs even more than normal. Even just in normal full yogic breathing, we're stretching our lungs because we're using parts of our lungs that we haven't really used before. But when we add in this layer, we're all of a sudden stretching it even more. So that's totally normal.
Good.
So I'm getting a workout.
Yes, you are. The pranayama, all it is really is just working out your lungs. You know, we go to the gym to work out every other part of our body, but a lot of
Hmm.
people, most people don't work out their lungs. So this is basically just a workout for your lungs.
Love that.
Okay. We are going to move on to our next technique for today. And I want everyone to really notice how the first technique made you feel different and how you're able to breathe into more parts of your lungs and for longer. So we'll be practicing nadi shodhana pranayama. This is the alternate nostril breathing. I'll go over a quick overview of which nostrils we breathe in and out of, and then we'll move on to the technique. So you'll be using your ring finger and thumb of your right hand. And these two fingers are the fingers that you're using to close the nostril that you're not breathing into. Now, as a quick overview, you take your right thumb, cover your right nostril, and you're going to breathe in through your left nostril. Deep, full yogic breath in. Then you're taking your ring finger, you are closing your left nostril, opening your right, and exhaling through the right. Then you're going to breathe in through your right nostril. And then you're taking your thumb, you're closing your right nostril, opening your left, and exhaling through the left. This is one round, and in the recording, there will be 10. Okay, now we'll be practicing a longer count. We'll be doing a 9-9 count, which means we're breathing in for 9 seconds and exhaling out for 9 seconds. So you'll notice that this count is a lot longer than the normal counts we do of around 5 or 6, which are more of the average counts. But really notice how the previous technique of stretching your lungs helps you in this technique of doing a longer count. So normally, if you just in your everyday practice, if you practice nadi shodhana with like a 5 count, 6 count, 7 count, just kind of notice how you feel with the 9 count. But essentially what we kind of did is we used the full yogic breathing with the extra inhales and exhales as like a warm up to prep our lungs for a longer count technique. Okay. At any time, if you feel like the count is too long for you, you can take a break and then join back in when you feel ready. But really focus on breathing in very slowly and exhaling out slowly. You want to time it well. If you're someone who feels like visualizing it helps, think about it as like the 3 parts of the lungs. You're breathing in for each part for 3 seconds. So 3 seconds for the bottom third, 3 seconds for the middle third, 3 seconds for the top third, and then same on the exhale. That helps. Sometimes I found that that's helped me kind of time it so that I'm breathing in. We want to make sure that our breath is super even and smooth. So we're breathing in the same amount every second, exhaling out the same amount every second. So that can be helpful. Okay, again, we're practicing a 9 count, which means we're breathing in for 9 seconds and exhaling out for 9 seconds. And also, just for reference, some of the counts, if they say purka or rechaka, those just correspond to the Sanskrit terms of the inhale, exhale. So purka means inhale and rechaka means exhale. It's in the same order as the normal inhale and exhale.
Sama Vritti Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. 0909 count. 9 count inhale through one nostril. 9 count exhale through the opposite nostril. We begin on the left side with an inhale. Breathe out. Take your right hand thumb and cover your right nostril. And inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale through the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale through the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And release. Breathe in and breathe out.
Okay, take a couple minutes. And just reflect on your experience. Notice how you feel. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes.
Hmm.
How was that technique for you guys? Did you feel like it was easy for you to breathe in for 9 seconds? Or did anyone find it hard? Or if you've noticed that in your normal practices outside of class or in the past when you've done a, like 4 or 5 count or 6 count in nadi shodhana, and even that's kind of stretching it, did you notice it was easy for you to do a 9 count?
It was harder for me. It felt more labored at the beginning, but I got in the rhythm in the middle. But yeah, it was a little tougher than the 5 or 6 count.
Yeah.
So we
Mhm,
do
mhm.
7 count every. We do seven. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Larry.
No,
Go ahead.
easy for me. I was saying that was an easy one.
Okay.
Did I?
So what I was gonna say is that Todd and I do 7 count every
Mhm.
day, but with this 9 count, I
Yeah.
feel like I cleaned out my temple. Like
Yeah.
I feel like my whole body has been cleaned out.
Okay.
And I've never felt that way before. I'm like, dang, I feel like I cleaned up shop.
Yes, that's amazing. I mean that those extra 2 seconds can help you really get in a lot more air than with the
Hmm.
7 seconds and exhale out more too as well. But yeah, really all it takes is practice. When I first started practicing, I remember even for diaphragmatic breathing, I was doing like a 3 or 4 count, and I couldn't even imagine people doing like up to 10 counts and longer. And so even now, like doing nadi shodhana with a 9 count is super easy for me when like even just a year ago, it would have been like impossible. So it's really even just within like the span of a couple of weeks of practice, you'll notice you can go from like a 5 count all the way up to like an 8 count or 9 count. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
Larry,
We're
anyone
gonna
you're
switch.
oh, wait, what?
I was
We're
gonna say,
gonna
Larry, your
switch to
progress.
9.
Oh,
Huh?
sorry, Karen. Karen, were you saying something?
I was just gonna say we're gonna have to switch it to the 9 every day instead of doing the 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Larry, your progress is incredible. A
I'm
nine
in
count being
11.
easy is just, I mean, that's inspirational really to hear
I
because I
know.
mean, I think when we tried it back
Yeah.
at
We
Glide
were
with
doing
the
like five
spirometer,
or
the first
six.
maybe 6 count, maybe it was, I think it might have even been a 5 count.
Yeah, something like that.
Amazing. Keep it up.
What
And
I've
I
noticed,
had a hard night before. So
Wow.
you were dealing with damaged goods that morning. So I was shocked.
Wow.
what I've noticed is that with my yoga asana, I'm able to breathe into like so I've always had an issue tight. I think I carry a lot of tension in my pelvis.
Mm.
Um, and so I still have some crunching when I do pranayama sometimes. But with my asana, like I've been able to recently breathe into like parts like my literally like my hip joints and like down the side of my leg. And it's I feel it. It's almost like a sickness, like sore sickness that's now been coming like out because I think it's just been in there for so long. But it's really good, and you feel like when it comes, like you breathe it out, then you're like, I feel clean. Like, so
Hmm.
it's
Yes.
great. It's really great, and I find the shorter counts more challenging to get all of the air out and then in fully expanded, like in a 3 count. That's
Hmm.
more challenging for me, I've noticed. But again, with practice, it everything gets easier. So
Yeah. Um, Papa, if you want to comment on that, because I know you've done when your practices, you kind of do a similar thing.
For the short and long
That's,
counts, you mean?
no,
Or
no, the like breathing into certain parts of your body.
yes, the pelvis. I
Right.
mean, so pelvis is kind of ground zero for me,
Hmm.
and I totally resonate with what you're saying. I mean, what you're saying totally resonates with me. It's really amazing how the breath can be directed into those parts that get really jammed, and can get almost like cement. I don't know how it feels for you, but for me, it's just so jammed up. And my first yoga teacher always used to say that the hips is where we store all our disappointments, our
Oh,
sorrows, all these things, that we've experienced. They just kind of like accumulate there. And over time, that accumulation just makes it more and more, if nothing is done about it, it just makes it more and more dense, until one day we wake up and it's like, I can't even like move I can't move my leg, or I can't move I can't rotate
mhm.
myself, and I'm just in extreme pain. So,
You noticed a correlation between the neck and the hips, like the pelvis area and this area? Because I kind of have. So, mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be for me, it's more of a connection. It's more localized. It's on the pelvis and on the lower back for sure. I mean, those two are like, joined at the hip, so to speak. Um, but I could see that. I mean, the connections that are there in the body, it's really interesting because fascia, I think we've talked about fascia, right? In class, fascia is all, it's in for those of us, I don't know if everybody's familiar with the concept of fascia, but fascia is this, I guess, kind of tissue, I guess you would say, that's present in every cell of the body.
Mm,
And it's all connected in one piece, actually. And so what happens is you could have a knot in the fascia, let's say that's in your hip, for example, but because it's all connected in one piece, like a balloon, it's actually stretching in such a way that it's connected to something in your neck, like Noelle is pointing out here, for example.
mhm,
And so releasing one, tension in one area can actually impact,
mm.
the mobility of another area
Yeah.
pretty easily. So it's
Mm.
amazing that you're noticing these things. I notice these kinds of things all the time. Like I'll notice something in my left hip, let's say, or a groin area, and it's connected to my like right lower back.
You're like,
Is
And
that
what?
so
similar? Is
What?
that similar to a pressure point?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That these pressure points are connected, right? I think is what
Mhm.
we would say. So the pressure point that's over here on this side, when we
Mm.
release it,
Right.
oftentimes there can be a connection, somewhere
Yeah.
totally else in the body.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
and
seen that. The
slightly off
baker's
top.
not. But
Go ahead, Zach. Go
good.
ahead. No, I was going to
Come
say
on.
slightly topic adjacent is that. So I've experienced like a fascial release where it's like you will just it's like not really a massage, you just hold in the area and all of a sudden you'll
Mhm.
feel the energy just go goo 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 throughout the entire like and it'll travel and then all of a sudden like for me like my right hip tends to I think it's over extended sometimes so it'll like pull back in I'll feel it like adjust itself
Hmm.
really
I,
interesting.
I can relate to that because I've had double hit replacements, and I still have knots just like that. I can actually feel
Mhm.
them unfurling or whatever you call it, because they're like this, and
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
feel them, and it's weird.
You know, you can
Feels
It's
good though.
try,
but it feels
Todd,
good
some
when you let it go.
Yeah.
totally, totally. Something to try, Todd, if you want to experiment
Okay.
with that I've tried that, it's still evolving for me. But is when you breathe in, then if you have these knots, right, that are there in
Mhm.
the hips from these surgeries that you've had, is see if you can kind of, as you're breathing in, direct the breath, with your awareness
Mhm.
into
Into the.
those spots that are like
I was
jammed
going to
up.
ask you about
Mm.
that. Yeah. So
And what,
just the focus is the most important thing is the focus
yep,
on
that
breathing
that's
into
what
that part at the same time you're breathing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I
Conscious.
would I would say for me what I've done is it's for in my practice I've noticed that it's awareness and it's gentle physical assistance as well to kind of open it up. Very gentle. Okay. So that could be like, for example, on your hips. For me, what I do sometimes I'll take my hands and I'll just put them like if there's a knot right here, let's say,
That's what I mean.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll just kind of place my hands around, the knot. And
Okay.
then as I'm breathing in, I'll just
Mhm.
like, for example, I'll take this heel of the
Oh.
palm and just kind of just ever so slightly, nudge, give it a little nudge, a physical nudge, and then and while I'm breathing in, right? So the breath is going in there and there's a
Mhm.
physical kind of just, like you're giving yourself a massage and you're
Mm.
opening up that
Okay.
really tense area. But we're the critical difference here is we're using the breath and the awareness It's not just like we're going to that spot and trying to, kind of work on it, right? I mean, it's like we're using
Right.
the breath, we're using the awareness,
Deep
ideally
into
eyes,
it.
right. And it just, I mean, it's like 1 nanometer at a time, but it will start to melt, those
Mhm.
really hard cement-like adhesions, that are in there. At least I'm only speaking from my experience, right? And it's happened for me over time, but and it takes a while. But the relief that comes from it, I don't know, Noel, I mean, it's tremendous. And it can be really painful, by the way, in that moment. Like
Mhm.
as you're doing, as we're bringing in that air and
I
trying to
know.
breathe into that spot and just kind of gently coax it open. Again, nothing too aggressive. It can be pretty excruciating.
And
Um,
when it releases, aha, it's like
exactly.
worth it.
Exactly. I mean, just you
Yeah,
it's
once yeah.
life, and you get enough of these, right? You string them together, and then all of a sudden, a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, you're like, whoa, now I've got all this mobility in my hips that I didn't have, before. But it's a very gradual process that requires patience and persistence.
Mm,
That's
good.
literally the same thing, Asana, when I'm doing certain stretches, like that's what's doing. It's doing like what you're doing with your hands, but it's stretching in the moment. And then with the breath, you feel it like go in, and when it first goes in, especially if it's like real
Mm,
locked up, it's like ah, and then you feel it open up and you're like, oh. Then you do
hmm
it more times, and by the end of the practice, it's by usually I'm feeling way better. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Totally. The other thing is different counts, I have found have, really kind of exercised the respiratory muscles and the muscles of the body differently. So, we did 9 count here, for example, but, then
Oh,
being able to
good.
do the 3 count as well is really important. It's like being able to run a sprint and be able to run a marathon, right? Two different things, two different,
hmm
kind of muscular capabilities is what we're trying to develop. I mean, we're trying to develop a whole broad spectrum of capabilities
hmm
here, I think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay. We will move on to our next two techniques for today. Our next take we'll be practicing is kumbhaka pranayama. This is a technique that focuses on the hold at the top. So we'll be breathing in, holding our breath, and exhaling. We will be practicing a 6-12-3 count, which means we're breathing in for 6 seconds, holding our breath for 12 seconds, and exhaling for 3 seconds. So to begin, you can make sure that your spine is straight. We'll be breathing in and out of our nose for this technique, breathing in for 6 seconds, holding our breath for 12, and exhaling for 3. You can close your eyes if it feels comfortable. Pranayama, also known as hold technique. 6-12-3 count. 6 count inhale, 12 count hold, 3 count exhale. We start on the exhale. Take a breath in and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And breathe out.
With the
Take a couple of moments and just notice how you feel. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, we'll be moving on to our last technique for today, which is rechaka pranayama. This is a technique that focuses on the exhale, and we'll be practicing a 4, 4, 8, 16 count, which means we're breathing in for 4 seconds, holding our breath for 8 seconds, exhaling for 16 seconds, and suspending, which means holding at the bottom for 4 seconds. So it's a pretty long exhale. If at any time you feel like it's too much, just take a break and join back in when you feel ready. So to begin, you can sit with your spine straight. We'll be breathing in and out through the nose. You can close your eyes. Again, this exhale is a pretty long exhale, so it might be hard. If at any time you feel like it's too much, you can take a break and join back in when you feel ready. And then every alternating round, there will be the terms used as Sanskrit terms. So Purak means inhale, Kumbhak means hold, Rechak means exhale, and Shunyak means suspend. It's in the same order as just inhale, hold, exhale, and suspend.
Okay, here we go. Pranayama number 8. Rechaka strengthening pranayama. 4, 4, 8, 16 count. 4 count inhale, 8 count hold, 16 count exhale, and 4 count suspend. We begin on the inhale. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puraka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rechaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shunya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puraka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rechaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shunya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puraka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rechaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shunya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puraka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rechaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shunya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Suspend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puraka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kumbhak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rechaka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shunya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in and breathe out.
Okay, take a couple of moments and just notice how you feel. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. How was that exhale for you guys? Did you feel like you were able to exhale for 16 seconds? Anyone find it was easy? Anyone find it was hard? Or maybe towards the end it was easier for you? Or when you've practiced before in the past, you're only able to do like a 12 count exhale. Was it easier this time, or did you feel like it was still hard?
I feel like I regulated my breath on the exhale better this time. I was prepared for that 16 count, so it wasn't that difficult.
That's great. Yeah. Sometimes it helps to, I mean, it obviously takes a lot of awareness to, make sure that you're breathing out very, very slowly or very fast. And so developing that control, it takes time, but you kind of practice. You'll notice that you're developing a lot more control.
I
It's
noticed
great.
about a third of the way through the breathing, I like drop down into like I don't know, more centeredness, like a
Mhm.
quiet, cool place, like dropped in more, and that was great. And I felt like myself like coming back.
Like awareness, yeah. And
Yeah,
like
it's great.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. I love it. Does anyone have any questions or any philosophical things they want to talk about as well? Um, Going back to the technique, it's pretty cool how I mean, you might feel like it's long, but you don't realize how long the count is. So we usually breathe about like 12 to 15 breaths per minute, but with this technique, it's about 2 breaths per minute. So you're going from
Wow.
12 to 15 down to 2 breaths. And then there are counts that make it so that you have 1 breath per minute.
Mm.
So, and then you can have 1 breath per 2 minutes. And then,
So I know these counts are you said they've been delivered through the lineage, right? So because I did notice that like I wanted to hold my breath longer. And same with like the inhale, but also I'm not trying to just do my own thing. Like, like
We've got to sign out, you
gotta
guys.
follow the lineage
We'll see you
also.
tomorrow.
Right then. See you
I mean,
tomorrow.
oh,
Sorry. Bye bye, you guys.
Bye,
you can
baby.
kind of like,
Take care.
you don't have to 100% follow the lineage. I mean, we like
Hmm.
to say that like the lineage is kind of the backbone. You learn the basics, and then after that, you kind of determine your own practice. So if you feel like you like longer holds, there are a few things you can do. You could, I mean, obviously there's like the longest count here. there's also other techniques that haven't been taught here, such as like different types of ultra nostril breathing that are more complex. I think my dad can also expand on this. You can also do, we've done like a practice where you match your breath to like a mantra or something. And
Ooh.
so you, for example, like one mantra would be an inhale, one would be a hold, one would be an exhale, one would be a suspend, or you have two of the mantras be the hold. And so that way you have a lot longer hold. But yeah, you can, if you want, Papa, you can kind of expand on that.
Yeah, counts are kind
Mm-hmm.
of an interesting thing because different schools have different counts. I mean, there are some that are a little bit considered to be a little bit more sort of generally accepted, whatever that means. But what I have found is that they're all valid, right? They all lead to, can lead to therapeutic results, and we have to know in our own bodies, kind of and experiences, right? Which ones work for us in what situations, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so like Ria said, the way that I've always thought about this, right, is that it's good to just get established, right, using one system that has been around for a long time for a certain period, and that varies for everybody. But let's say like 6 months, every day, right, you're practicing, you get that kind of wax on, wax off foundation, right? And then after that, it's like I would argue that it actually needs to become a personal practice, right? And it's sort of like, what do you need? Do you need those longer holds? Do you need those longer suspensions, right? And there
Mm-hmm.
are like, I mean, I know like one ratio, right, that's commonly touted is 1-4-2. So one inhale, four hold, two exhale. So that's a good example of like, and that would be more of a kumbhaka style pranayama, like we did,
Mm-hmm.
the third one that we did, where it's focusing on the hold at the top. But also, like Ria said, if you've got a mantra that you like, or any other anything from any tradition, right? You could time the breath, you could synchronize the breath to the mantra, and then you can kind of make it your own world, right? You could do one mantra on the inhale, or you could do multiple
Mm-hmm.
mantras on the inhale. You could do one mantra on the hold, or multiple mantras on the hold.
I was wondering if it's like a mathematical, I mean, I know that some of like chanting and mantra say speaking and stuff is like mathematical, like you said, like there's so and then so the breathe like I noticed it was like four count in 16, which is three of the four, and then breathe or whatever, right? So I was just wondering if there's like that kind of an equation that I want to like maybe stick to, and then
Yeah.
within that you can do however.
Yeah. So usually each
I'm not
different
great at
lineages.
math though, but
Yeah, yeah, no,
figure it
Yeah,
totally. I mean,
there we go.
all right, Larry, we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care. See you
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Yeah, so usually there'll be the ratios, right? And different lineages will have slight variations in the ratios, but you kind of build off of the ratio. So if it's like 1-4-2, for example, right? That could be, it could be as short as, let's say, I mean, if you scale it, right, then it could be 5, 20, 10, right? So 5 inhale, 20 hold,
Mhm.
10 exhale, for example. Um, so it's these ratios, right, that they talk about. Is there any better ratio than others? I mean, some people talk about mappings that can be made to like certain rhythms in the body, like the heartbeat. There's like two aspects of the heartbeat, and like the first, like when blood pressure, right? We have like X over Y kind of thing, and so people will look at those ratios and say, based on those ratios, we can map that to the breath and have different ratios of the breath, and that works, certainly for some people, but it's for other people, they also, other ratios work. Because if we're I reckon that if we're kind of out of whack, sometimes the ratio might need to be a little bit odd, right, to kind of get it back in. It can be, there's no one size fits all on this, right? But that's why it's good to kind of begin with like getting a lay of the land and getting an understanding, a foundational understanding, which you have now, right? So it's like, then from there we kind of go and start coloring outside the lines and like making the practice our own, which is the really where the beauty I think kind of begins, right? It's amazing, right? It's kind of like it doesn't have to be so exactly structured anymore, right? It's like what's going on with me right now in this moment? Where is the blockage, and what exactly do I need? Is it a longer inhale? Is it a longer exhale? Is it a more forceful exhale? Is it a longer hold? Is it a longer I mean, these are questions that can only be answered when we have a very, very intimate knowledge of ourselves, which just takes time. It takes time. But the beauty of this is the more we practice this, it just naturally starts to happen, right? that lack of knowledge that we have, that ignorance that we have about our about what's going on in us. Every time we take a conscious breath, they say in yoga, one layer, one little teeny tiny layer of that ignorance is getting wiped away. So we're becoming more and more aware of exactly what is going on, inside me. And once I have that awareness, then I can more, I can tailor the breath in a more educated and a more, in a more effective way.
I think it's interesting because I've always been like real great at freestyle, right? Like whatever it is, right? So, but I think learning, like you mentioned, like the discipline of because it's so for me, like yeah, I've always been kind of out of whack or like doing, my own thing, whatever. But to get the basis and the foundation, and then that's why I'm asking about ratios because also for me, it's helped me um I don't like, I think like free spirit, I don't want to have a schedule or whatever, right? So, but this helps me get in alignment with that, which actually has helped me and tremendously in other parts of my life. And then now I know, because like you said, you have to do both, right? I can do the freestyle, but now can I dance with the class? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
those kinds of things. And it's what I'm learning. You have to be able to do both. And so it's
right.
interesting because it's like metaphorically what I'm doing with the breath work now and my asana and all that. But I love when I see those parallels, you know.
That's so well said. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit like we talked about earlier with the sprint and the marathon. We want to be able to do all of it, right? Really. I mean, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
So there's no, so often, I certainly used to do this a lot more. I used to have this perspective of like, this one is better than that one. There really is no, actually, the deeper I get into this, I start realizing there's no better or worse, kind of per se, right? I mean, it's all individual and in that specific moment, kind of what that person needs, to free themselves, really, because that's what this whole thing is ultimately about. I have some sort of restriction, whether the restriction is in my body, whether the restriction is in my mind. That restriction is what's causing my suffering, really, right? Because I feel limited.
Mhm.
That's what restriction is. But when we start releasing these restrictions, then by definition, I'm feeling more unlimited, which is, at least according to from a yogic perspective, that's the definition of freedom. Being totally unlimited, right? This feeling of total unlimited, my true unlimited nature.
And coming from the inside, not externally based in any way, which
Right.
is a huge, easy to say principle in practice is much more challenging.
Right, right. Well, in some ways, we can see that it has to come from the internal, right? Because the external is all going to be limited.
And
All
can't,
of this is limited.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, I have to go. I have to get ready
Awesome.
for an event, but
All right, everybody.
guys.
Thank you. Happy